And here's the thing that blew my mind. This was 800 years before the time of Christ. 800 years before this stuff would all happen. Why on earth did God choose to put that statement here? And the reason is this. Because in spite of everything that they were going through, he wanted to make sure they focused on the eternal. That they didn't get sidestepped by just life and the things going on. I want you to think about, guys, how true it is that we struggle with that. Things that we think that are important, and sometimes we get sidetracked by that very thing. Let me read a few of them for you. Things in life. Our 401k, sexual experience, new car, paying the rent, and, where to go on vacation, even having a vacation, losing weight, getting cured of a disease, getting ahead at work, buying the new iPhone, getting the girl, getting the guy, having a drink, winning the game, seeing the new show, getting the hair just right, fixing the car, saving enough money, stopping from aging, wearing the right clothes, passing the next test, getting the right job, fixing the broken relationship, cleaning the floors, doing the laundry, cooking the food, mowing the lawn, raking the rocks, catching the next flight, winning the next game, and on it goes. And guys, this has a tendency to be the sum of much of our life. And the reality is God says, listen, I don't care about all the stuff going on, all the stuff that makes up what we do day by day with life. Don't ever lose sight of the eternal. Now, I want to show you why that's important. Remember in the beginning, we started with paper. We talked about the whole lantern thing, the celebration of lanterns and all that. I want to show you some more paper, and this is actually a Canadian artist, this guy right here, Calvin Nichols. Now, Calvin Nichols, and we'll go ahead and show you this is a guy that does some tremendous artwork. He uses scissors, he uses scalpels, and he uses X-Acto knives. Everything you're seeing here takes anywhere from 4 weeks to 2 years to create. It's beautiful. I mean, absolutely stunning artwork. Now, as you're looking at that, I want you to think, if you can imagine that Calvin Nichols is unable, through his artwork, to have food and water and the basics of life, would you not think it would be wise to say to old Calvin, dude, go get a real job? Because if you don't have water, if it takes a minimum of 4 weeks to do that, you're dead before you can actually finish the project. We would say, dude, you need to make sure the things that are vital are in place first, so that then you can do the things that are extra things. All right. Guys, in the big picture, life, all of our lives at all the locations is that paper art. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and be really, really generous and say we all get 100 years. That's pretty good. So we're all going to live 100 years. What you have to realize is that means at the end of 100 years, we're not alive anymore. Once again, that window of opportunity kicks in. What you have to realize is all the things that we tend to focus on in life, all the things that we think are real important, guys, I promise you, at that moment, nothing will be as important as either spending eternity with God in heaven, awesome, or separated from God eternally in hell, bad. Everything comes down to that reality. And listen, nothing that I just read as far as what life is filled with will matter in the least. So because of that, God says to the southern kingdom, listen, as bad as things are right now, in the middle of this failure, do not lose perspective. Because the reality is what ultimately matters is what's eternal. Guys, if we'll learn to focus on that, recognizing God's not surprised when we fail, he opens up this window of opportunity for us, gives us a chance to be able to apply his principles and do that in a great way. But in the process of all the failure, understand, we always need to make sure our primary focus is on the eternal. When we do that, guys, our past failures don't have to account for messing us up, taking us the wrong direction, or letting the enemy mess with us. The reality is we get a chance to have true hope. Let's do that this week.